Last night, the fight between Gabriel Bonfim and Bilal Muhammad kind of confirmed what I've been thinking for a very long time. It's the end of an era. The end of whatever Usman, Leon, and Bilal was. It's kind of officially over. I'll get into the fight in a second, but let's go over what's actually been going on in the welterweight division for a while. First, we had Kamaru Usman defending his title over the course of multiple years. Sure, they weren't bad title defenders. They were actually great title ones, especially for the time. But, man, the 2 title defenses against Colby Covington, one of them kind of being a draw. 2 title defenses being against Jorge Masvidal, but one of them being on 2-3 days notice. Gilbert Burns, that's kind of it. Tyron Woodley, I guess. Sure, and when it came to Leon, he was winning that fight. But Leon wins it at the last moment in the round 5 with a whole Rocky moment. Look, I wouldn't call it a fluke, but it was a well-timed kick with a lot of precision. And let's be honest and say that the better fighter just lost that night. Usman losses, and then after that, in the rematch, Leon made the necessary adjustments and won the fight. I think Kamaru Usman's losses are also valid. 2 against Leon. Oh, you lose it, and then you lose the rematch. Fine, that's okay. Happens to the best of them. And then Khamzat Chimaev on a week's notice. That's not bad either. Then we have Leon Edwards, who just has his 2 title defenses against Kamaru Usman, which are good. Can't take that away, regardless of how it went. And then Colby Covington, the corpse of Colby Covington, the guy who's only been fighting 1 fight a year for 4 years up until that point. And then we have Bilal Muhammad, who beat it off Leon Edwards in a fight that was honestly a lot closer than most people were giving it. I mean, I don't blame them. It was hilarious to see Bilal Muhammad beat up Leon Edwards and even just land a hit on him. Everyone was losing their shit like, oh my god, Bilal Muhammad is actually about to become the welterweight champion of the world. And then he actually does it. He wins the championship, and it's a great moment. All the memes, and honestly, whatever, it's hilarious. Sometimes the funniest outcome is the best outcome. He's supposed to defend his title at the end of the year, but ends up stubbing his toe. But then later next year around May, he's actually able to defend his championship properly against JDM, where he goes to absolute war in a fight that no one would have thought would have been in the top 5 best fights last year. But oh my god, it was so entertaining. And sure, people were running with the narrative that, oh, Canelo hands over here, he wanted to give us a good fight, so he didn't take takedowns. No, he was shooting those takedowns, but they were getting all of them stuffed by JDM. He ends up losing to JDM. And then he fights Ian Gary later that year, and then loses to him in somewhat a close fight, but still an easily shutout for Gary. And then he proceeds to lose to Gabriel Bonfim, who is laughing at his face, little broing him the entire fight. Mind you, Bonfim is a guy who's 28 and arguably lost to a 40-year-old Wonderboy Thompson. And now, because of that loss, Gabriel Bonfim is now ranked number 6 or 7.
No, stop. No, chill. I swear to God, I mean
What the fuck did you say? No,
what the hell are we doing? Leon Edwards is on a 3-fight losing streak. Bilal Muhammad is on a 3-fight losing streak. Kamaru Usman, 3-fight losing streak, followed by a win against fucking Joaquin Buckley. Woo! We're just a 5-round smudge decision. Are you kidding me? Bilal Muhammad was really in that fight, in that round 5, really thought he was going to gain Chama knockout power and put Bonfim on a shirt. What was the takedown? I mean, what was the plan? He barely threw any takedowns. He was throwing pillow hands, and it was just horrible to watch. Wow, this was the peak of welterweight, not even 2 years ago. I've had this feeling for a while, but I think it's true. This is a new era in the welterweight division. And it kind of came out of nowhere. 2 years ago, I didn't give a shit about the welterweight era. I'm talking about, WMMA levels of interest. I mean, that's probably now the light heavyweight division. But anyways, there's a whole new era of fighters that came in, that splashed to the scene. Michael Morales, Carlos Prates, Ian Gary, all these massive 6-footers that were long, rangy, devastating knockout power, offensive and devastating wrestling, and overall, some great fight IQ that's on a different level. Not to mention, all of these guys are pretty tall. Usman used to look massive and dwarf these welterweights that he used to fight. And now he kind of looks tiny. And either way, people said he matched more for middleweight, but there you go. This whole thing honestly makes a lot of the welterweight champions look horrible. I mean, we're talking about D-Rod versus Leon Edwards here. Kamaru Usman against Dricus du Plessis, where he's honestly gonna get just slimed out and put on a shirt. This is definitely a bit more off the cuff, and I'm still trying to find around how I'm gonna do these kinds of videos, but man, disappointing. Pathetic. Oh my god, this looks so much of the welterweight. This makes the welterweight division look horrible. Like, I like these welterweight fighters, so much respect. Bilal Muhammad could probably slime 99, well, maybe not 99. He could slime out most of the people his size, flat out on the street. Let's be honest. But again, in the UFC, God, what are we doing, man? What are we doing? I feel like the losses against JDM and Gary made him a lot more scared. So he barely even throws takedowns, and he barely does anything that puts him in any kind of danger. And then when he was throwing and kicking, thinking he was like a tap at era, like Cody Garbrandt and TJ Dillashaw. Like, what the hell? This makes Leon Edwards look horrible. This makes Kamaru Usman look horrible. This makes JDM look ass. And I hate that because I'm a fan of JDM. No bedtime shit, but like, oh my god, I actually like how he fights. He's very entertaining. I still feel like he's pretty good. I mean, oh boy, Islam Makhachev and Carlos Prates. But my god, he's making everyone look horrible. And now you're allowing slander for Carlos Prates to happen. Ooh, but look at, if you follow the lineal trail of wins and losses up into Carlos Prates, like, okay, shut up. That is the worst crime you could be doing. Anyways, what do you guys think? Is the welterweight era just kind of fluky right now? You think it's going to get better? I feel like every single couple of years, bit newer and bigger guys are just coming in and little broing the other people. I swear to God, flyweights used to be bigger than this. Have you seen the lightweight era just 5-10 years ago? These guys are towering over each other. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you filthy casuals in the next video. White House era, here we come. Woo!
Also, heard Dricus in Chicago. Bro, this is my city. Big card next week. Huge main event. You need anything from Chicago, food, groceries, therapist, cage, gym, sauna. Make sure you don't hit me up. You're not welcome here. Chicago, you see him, you let him know. We don't like his kind.